Have you ever just looked around and felt like you're drowning in stuff? Well, today we're going to go way beyond just tidying up. We're diving into a whole philosophy for living a richer, freer life. And it's all inspired by the work of minimalist Takeru. He has this idea that minimalism isn't about what you lose, it's about everything you gain when you finally make space for what actually matters. Let's get into it. Okay, before we go any further, I want you to just pause for a second and ask yourself this question. No, really, take a breath. What is weighing on you right now? What are those little anxieties that just kind of follow you around all day? If any of these look familiar, you are definitely not alone. I mean, this is pretty much the universal checklist of modern life, right? But here's a thought. What if a huge chunk of this stress isn't just from our busy schedules, but it's actually being magnified by the sheer amount of stuff we surround ourselves with? You know, the physical clutter in our homes and the mental clutter in our heads.
So if the problem is too much, the solution seems obvious, doesn't it? Just get rid of stuff. But the kind of minimalism we're talking about today isn't just about cleaning your closet. It's about shifting your entire mindset. So let's take a look at what that really means.
And this right here is the absolute core of it all. See, minimalism isn't about punishing yourself or living with nothing. It's a tool, a really powerful one. And the end goal? It's less stress, way more freedom, and a life that feels genuinely rich. Not with things, but with purpose and, just peace. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The whole philosophy kicks off with the very foundation of our lives, our home. The big idea is that our external world directly shapes our internal world. So by deliberately changing the space you live in every single day, you're basically setting the stage for your entire life to transform. All right, so that's the why. Now let's get into the good stuff, the how. How do you actually create a space that can change your life? Well, it all starts with a few simple but honestly game-changing rules. So this whole approach kicks off with 3 really simple don'ts that have a massive impact. First up, don't put things on the floor. Keeping it clear just instantly makes a room feel more open, and let's be honest, cleaning becomes 1,000 times easier. Second, don't hang a ton of stuff on the walls. This is all about cutting down on the visual noise that's constantly draining our brain. And third, don't lay down rugs or mats. They just trap dust and add another thing to maintain. Just by following these 3 rules, you create this amazing baseline of calm and simplicity in your space. Now, once you've gotten rid of the extra stuff, you can start being really intentional about making your space feel comfortable. Takeru has this simple formula for a welcoming vibe. You aim for about 70% white space, so that's your walls, maybe some simple furniture and light colors. It just creates that feeling of openness. Then you bring in about 20% wood for some natural warmth, and finally, 10% greenery. Seriously, a couple of houseplants can literally bring life and a sense of peace right into the room.
Okay, and this is where this philosophy gets really powerful, because it goes way beyond your living room. The exact same ideas about decluttering can radically simplify one of the biggest stress points for all of us, our money.
Now, I know this might sound a little extreme at first, but it gets right to the heart of what financial minimalism is all about. Just think about it for a second. Why are we all carrying around this bulky thing filled with stuff that just creates stress and wastes our time? I mean, a wallet comes with that constant, low-level anxiety of being lost or stolen, right? It's a mental burden, managing cash, coins, a dozen different cards. But going cashless, just relying on your phone or maybe 1 or 2 essential cards, gets rid of that stress. Transactions are faster, and you feel physically and mentally lighter. It's such a small change, but it gives you this surprising amount of freedom. And it's not just wallets. Think about all those loyalty cards and point cards. We tell ourselves they're saving us money, but a lot of the time they're doing the exact opposite. They cost us time to manage, and more importantly, they psychologically trick us into spending more just to chase some deal. It's just another form of mental and financial clutter that we can simply decide to let go of. So, you've decluttered your space. You've streamlined your finances. What's the ultimate payoff here? Well, it is so much more than just a clean room. It's the real possibility of a completely different life. This is pretty wild. Takeru actually did a no-possessions experiment to figure out what was truly essential, and his conclusion was just startling. He found that for basic survival, you only need about 50 to 100 things. But even to live a really comfortable, enjoyable life, you only need about 100 to 200 items total.
That number really puts our whole culture of more into perspective, doesn't it? And that's what this all leads to. When you get rid of the endless distraction of physical stuff, you create the mental space to focus on what actually makes your life rich. And those are the things you can't see, you can't buy, you can't store in a closet. Your relationships, your personal growth, your memories, your peace of mind. And that brings us right back to you. The final, and honestly, the most important question is this one. If you could clear away all the noise and all the stuff, what would be left? For you, what is truly important?